Hi guys, MKS again here. Hope everyone's doing well. This is part 3 of ideas and things for both Black History and Empowerment, as I call it, month, and Dyslexia Awareness and Empowerment Month, again, as I call it. Again, I hope we can connect YouTubers and different channels that are dealing with Black empowerment and dyslexia awareness together. Please check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't already done so. I don't think of much else to say other than get on with the list. So I'll carry on with my list from point 21. And 21, I hope to look at the history of and to support, encourage Black people to look at Black history and learn the history and write up stories from the point of view of Black writers or historians, rather than history being told from a European-centric point of view, and to support Black people to write up their own biographies and things like that. And dyslexia as well, look at the way in which dyslexic people have been treated in the past in education systems, like where a teacher could beat you because you're different. Dyslexic people talk about their stories as well, and their own life stories, just like Black people. Again, what ideas could be applied to one community would probably be able to be applied to others. Also in point 1, I forgot to say, like, to get started, which I have done, so that's cool, and to keep learning. Could have been point 2, but anyway, and what we can learn off each other, and how people, Black people or people of color generally, were disempowered perhaps, and also dyslexic people, how because we're different and we work differently, also being treated badly, which I think is based on being different. I think there was a point I was going to say, but I've forgotten it. But anyway, that's point 21, to write up their own stories and biographies about what life was like to be being dyslexic in the past, and also for the Black community as well, like encouraging people to write their biographies and stories, life stories and things like that. And 22, I hope to look at how things could be improved for both Black and dyslexic communities, and what sort of things they would like to, or in my case, because I'm dyslexic, slightly dyslexic, what sort of things we would like to see improved, looking into the future, and how we can support more dyslexic and Black entrepreneurs, give more tax relief for disadvantaged communities, how we can take people, like say dyslexic people, are at risk of becoming into crime, and instead turn them into entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs and things like that, and being productive members of society, and supporting new inventors and entrepreneurs and people like that with dyslexia, and from the Black community as well. And just things they'd like to see change in the world. 23, I hope to look at how we can fundraise again to support Black and dyslexic entrepreneurs, businesses, African entrepreneurs, and African technology is a big one, which I would love to support, mainly, as well as Aborigines in technology, but mainly Africans, as I mentioned before in some of my previous videos. And just encouraging companies to fundraise for and invest in Black and dyslexic entrepreneurs. 24, I think I briefly touched on why I want to support African entrepreneurs, why I'd rather support Black entrepreneurs from Africa, because of the tax thing. So when they earn money, they don't have to pay taxes towards Western militaries, which I think are quite imperialistic, although I think that African countries can attack each other, but I think it'd be great to see Africa uniting together, especially through technology and empowering each other with technology and giving everyone in Africa, especially the black community, but everyone in Africa, technology and training, pretty much, except for maybe there's only one area in Africa which I wouldn't want to support in technology, and that's, if I pronounce it correctly, Orania, and that's because they're a separatist group who want a white-only area in South Africa, and so they're probably the only group in Africa that I wouldn't support in technology, although I would want the technology generally to be used for peace and to train and to help to build the economies and create employment and opportunities, entrepreneurship, and things like that. Hope I'm making sense. If you want to ask me any questions, please post them in the comments. Point 25. One of the reasons why I love to support Africa is because of my anti-imperial thoughts, and also that they're most. And I would love to hear what the black community and dyslexic community think about republics, or which system of governments they prefer, and also what Africans think of democracy and what they think should happen in Africa in terms of democracy. 26. Again, I hope to support all Africans to have technology and training, and fundraise for all Africans to have at least an hour's training every day in tech, and also black people around the world, especially those who know about technology or business, to go to parts of Africa and to mentor, say, their black brothers and sisters, if you like, in terms of technology, and also to be able to keep more of their taxes so they can send overseas aid to parts of Africa more, and be more supported to do that legally. 27. I hope to list the top 30 sponsors of either the black or dyslexic communities, and especially in technology. 28. I hope to turn negative situations into positives. For instance, dyslexic people are overrepresented in criminal justice, so I think there's a good reason to support dyslexic people, because at the same time there's many dyslexics who are great entrepreneurs. Again, I hope to dyslexics to mentor each other. 29. Sorry, I haven't planned this out, but yeah, I hope to network and connect with others like black and dyslexic entrepreneurs who can advise up-and-coming entrepreneurs, and again, inventors, technologists, and all that, especially from Africa. And 30, I'd love to hear the opinions of the black community about, say, what they think about various topics, such as, is there a way that black people could work more with Asians and Hispanics, Latinos, and other minority groups, especially in the Western countries, where we are minorities. And I'd love to see lists of the 30 richest black people. Not saying money is everything, because most of my money I'd give away anyway. But I think that obviously there's a lot of poverty in Africa and all that, and also it inspires people to reach their full potential. And there's lots of things like crime which come from frustration or lack of self-esteem or poverty or just general people thinking that it's their only way to make money. But if they get positive black and dyslexic role models, then I think they can do a lot better. And another thing I was thinking is that when black people do well, people often say that due to jealousy or things like that, other people from the black community say that try and bring them down, or don't really appreciate each other's success, or things like that. Whereas I think if the black community sees a black YouTuber doing well, I think that they should be like, yeah, that's great. That's something that, or doing well financially, or running their own businesses, or or being empowered. I think other black people should be like more happy for them rather than, and I think that would be, more empathetic rather than being jealous or envious or things like that. So I hope I'm making sense. Again, I hope I didn't rather clumsy and miss out on any points. I don't know why I'm being like really paranoid about missing out on numbers. So I hope I covered all 30 points. I often think of these lists, but I didn't really plan it as well as perhaps I would have liked to. But yeah, I thought I'd cover that for the first day of October. And again, I hope to possibly recover some of these points, or maybe cover some new ideas or new thoughts. I'd also love to have any of your ideas or suggestions, whatever. They're always welcome. Videos you'd like to see me. Again, if you share any links of black YouTubers, African YouTubers, Aborigine projects, or including art, or African projects generally, or black people businesses around the world, or dyslexic channels or videos, or again dyslexic YouTubers. And I'm hoping to do things like the dyslexia tag or things like that. So yeah, sorry about if I'm rambling, but I hope you find some of the points interesting. I know I think a bit in a quirky way, so it's hard for me to explain the thoughts I have on my mind. And for some reason, I was really anxious about whether I can get these videos done. So I'm quite happy I got at least 3 or 4. I've got actually 4 videos done, but I'm just hoping this laptop will obviously last. And I'm glad I had the house pretty much to myself so that I could upload these videos, which is excellent. So October's on to a pretty positive start, although I was a bit stressed for some reason. But I really wanted to get these projects done and probably should just enjoy it more. And also the weather hasn't been that great, although in the UK we're sort of, I think we're in autumn, but it already feels like winter because of the weather. But anyway, I hope you have an excellent day and time wherever you are. I really hope you enjoy these videos, and I hope I can keep improving them. But again, I always welcome your advice, and I'm a bit of a creature of habit, so change is a bit difficult, but I'll do my best. But anyway, have a great time wherever you are. Thanks. Peace and love. Bye.